Hello, my name is Steve Rennie. I am the Ren Baron, and this is my Ren Baron Learning to Fly YouTube channel. I think all of us pilots, no matter how long we've been flying, would like to make better, more consistent landings. And the way to make that happen starts with a consistent and stabilized approach to landing. On today's video, we are in Las Vegas, Nevada at the Henderson Executive Airport, where I'm going to get a lesson from top Cirrus instructor Chuck Cali on how to use angle of attack and an angle of attack indicator to deliver those smooth, silky landings we're all looking for. So come along for the ride.
Okay, Chuck, say hello to the folks here.
It's good to be with you, Steve, and I look forward to our flight today.
Okay, Chuck, you wanted to talk about angle of attack and all of the dimensions of that can help make us a better pilot. So tell us what what we should be doing here today.
Well, what we're going to see today is the execution of angle of attack for an approach to landing, which is a well-discussed and somewhat polarized issue if you read the forum. So you'll notice that there's a red bar, a yellow bar, and a white bar. They're kind of familiar. You see those same things on airspeed indicators. Obviously, the red bar is our approach to stall, or when we're reaching 100% of a critical angle of attack. The yellow area is that margin between our perfect nominal, which is that needle at 3 o'clock, or that 0.6 number.
Right, yeah.
0.6, to be clear, represents 1.3 VS. And in this airplane, Cirrus calibrates that speed or that angle of attack for each flap setting. What we like about this indicator is it works just like all of you old school pilots who used to use airspeed and an airspeed round dial indicator, which basically as you add back pressure, that needle will move counterclockwise, and if you add a little forward pressure, it will move clockwise. So when we are, as Rennie will demonstrate later, moving on to final approach and trimming for nominal AOA, which is 0.6 or needle at 3 o'clock, you'll see Steve here, the Ren Baron, he will start walking that needle up to 3 o'clock, and you'll notice his left finger trimming the airplane as it goes, and then he'll just simply modify his power for the ride down the glide path to our landing.
As a new Cirrus pilot, all I was ever interested is just get that thing to 3 o'clock. All the other stuff kind of confused me a little bit sometimes. 3 o'clock, that's what I'm looking for.
Steve, that's a great point. Don't pay no attention to the numbers. That's like trying to chase your airspeed indicator. Just walk that needle up to 3 o'clock, trim the airplane, and test it by letting go. Why don't we go to our engine page and put in our weight and balance, and this way we can show to folks our relationship between our actual weight. Bring up a cursor here on your weight.
That is my weight, my true weight.
Sadly, that's not mine. I'm going to put this in for me. Okay. What about those numbers in the passenger? Would you say 10 pounds?
Let's see, what do we got back there? Yeah, I'd say 10 pounds back there. I got a couple flight bags.
Alrighty, and same thing over here?
Probably 10 on that side.
We're going to enter. And I know that we took all the golf clubs and
pretty much, let's call it 10 back there. Just
we got 10 pounds
cleaning equipment.
Perfect. So I'd like to point out that our current weight is 3,319 pounds. By the time we take off, we're going to be about 300 pounds under maximum gross weight.
Okay.
In the good old days, before we had wonderful angle of attack indicators in our airplane, we would have, in a Cirrus, said, gosh, I'm going to reduce my final approach speed by about 1 knot per 100 pounds under gross weight. Therefore, I would expect if we were using an 80 knot final approach speed for a fully loaded airplane, 77 would be optimal for an airplane 300 pounds under gross.
Go to the ramp. Have a good afternoon.
Walks that needle up to 3 o'clock, and it's pointing at 3 o'clock. We should probably see an airspeed somewhere around 77 knots. Let's go find out.
Current wind is showing 360 at 8 knots.
All right, so let me get my frequencies up top. So we got 1251. I like them up top for me here. And then we've got ground is 1278. Beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna get all these in here. Strobe light, we're already started up, so that's all good. Everything is getting green. So let's go. Flaps are up. Let me check all this stuff. I always choke when I got somebody new in the plane here. Cabin heat defrost. Fuel is on the right tank. For takeoff, doors are latched and closed.
Check.
Caps handled, seatbelt, shoulder harnesses secure. Air conditioner not required at the moment. Fuel quantity we've confirmed. We're on the fullest tank. Fuel pump is in boost. Mixture is full rich. Flaps are set for 50. Let's set them for 50 right here. Transponder is going to be VFR here today. Autopilot. We're not going to use autopilot here today. So navigation radio, we got tower and ground in there. Cabin heat frost brakes are holding. Let's go to 1700 here. 17, come on, come to Papa. 17, okay, there's 17. Go check our lights, strobes are on, landing light is on, should come up a little bit, did. Ice makes it come up a little bit further. Pitot heat will blow out Alt 2. Cut off Alt 1, that one's shedding. The other's picking it up, that's good. Alt 2, I'm gonna kick that one off, and that's shedding, the other one's picking up, that's all good. Pitot heat off, ice off. I guess we'll keep our landing lights on for right now. Check our mags here. At a drop of 50, that's acceptable. Check our right mag, 1710 to, well, they're synced up nicely. Must have just had the plane in the shop. I did.
Yes,
okay.
things are looking good.
Everything's good. Let's bring her back to 1000 here. Pardon my obsession with the checklist here. Everything's good right there.
Actually, I'd like to point out that Steve did a wonderful thing there. He understood his run-up to the extent where he could do it as a flow. He loaded up his system, his electrical system. He checked, he verified by load shedding by shutting off alternators. Not necessarily in the POH checklist, but not a bad thing to know if you're being thorough. And then he checked the mag drop by in the typical way, and then came back and made sure he didn't miss anything on the checklist. This is an extremely good lesson. Too many people spend so much time reading each line, and the engine is there running at 1700 for so long and picking up stones and just basically.
Well, to be fair, I might have been that guy early on, but I've kind of got the flow in here. But I
wanted to point that out for our viewers because I'm very impressed with the way you did that flow.
Well, I appreciate that. Okay, pitot heat not going to be required here. Navigation lights, those are not required. Lane light, we're going to put it on because we're going to be in the pattern. We've checked all that. Engine parameters are all getting green. How easy could that be, Chuck, for new pilots? Power levers at 1000-ish. Flight instruments are checked. We got our, that's all good. Let's go. Flight controls, left is up, right is down, right is up, left is down. Everything is flowing nicely, feeling slick. Let's get our trim. We got that back down in the zone there. Get our, and that's all set. Autopilot, we're not going to be using autopilot here. And I'm going to go to my, I know how to take off.
Oh, you do? All right, that's good.
Well, you're going to actually, you'll let me know.
Do I need to pull my seat forward?
Well, don't fall asleep on me here, Chuck. You never know.
I just want to make a couple of notes there for our viewers. Number one, today's demonstration is how to use the Garmin angle of attack feature on the Cirrus Perspective airplanes. It's a wonderful tool, and it is the primary tool for what the angle of attack of your wing is, or said another way, how much lift reserve there is. Having an angle of attack or using an angle of attack indicator, it probably won't take stupid out of play if somebody's not paying attention, but it will establish the proper approach speed for the environment, and from there it's up to the pilot to land the airplane, and I'm pretty sure Steve knows how to do that.
The thing that's great about a Cirrus from a new pilot perspective is these little things that you can just glance at and get a great validation on the stuff you're doing, right?
Well, validation is the perfect word actually, because so many times I read, and they're all well-meaning instructors, but they say, your eyes should be out the window, your eyes should be out the window. Well, yeah, your eyes should be out the window, but I don't think they need to be all the time out the window. In fact, I have a saying that goes something like this, Steve. It's called, fast eyes, slow hands wins the day.
I'm so happy to hear you say that, because obviously you want to see it, but you have chances just to glance down and verify. It's that old Russian saying, trust but verify.
Sure.
I trust my eyes, but I also know the equipment in this plane is so spot on. And why would you pay $1 million and not use all the tools of the trade? But your eyes are the ones that'll be there last.
Absolutely.
But in between, you can make your brain a lot smarter with some of this stuff. Henderson Tower, Sierra 768 Foxtrot Sierra, at transient parking with Sierra, ready to taxi.
Sierra 768 Foxtrot Sierra, Henderson Tower, what's your direction of flight today?
We're just going to be flying in the pattern a couple times.
So you want to do pattern work. Okay, Sierra 768 Papa Sierra, use caution for the jet southbound on the ramp there, runway 35 left, taxi via Echo and Alpha.
35 left, taxi via Echo and Alpha, and I'll pass behind this jet here. Thank you, Foxtrot Sierra. Okay.
pilots. While we're taxiing out, I do want to say, there's always a lot of discussions when we talk about angle of attack. And I try to get ahead of this by saying we're not here to demonstrate how it won't kill you or it'll reduce loss of control accidents, because truly, pilots must be vigilant, and sometimes pilots get distracted. And part of the problem, I think, Steve, is that pilots are mostly introduced to airspeed and not angle of attack, and they don't really understand angle of attack. And I'm not going to go into a lengthy description of it here today. I think you're going to demonstrate it with your flying. The goal now for this departure is simply we're going to stay in the pattern, and you're going to fly FOM speeds all the way around and power settings.
Cirrus 768 Papa Foxtrot Sierra, are you ready to go?
Ready to go, 8 Foxtrot Sierra.
Cirrus 768 Foxtrot Sierra, make left traffic, report midfield downwind each pass, runway 35 left, intersection Bravo, cleared for takeoff.
35 left, cleared for takeoff, 8 Foxtrot Sierra, thank you. All right, let's give it.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, right, rudder in there, power's all the way in. Let's go, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, she's all the way in.
Numbers are looking good, tad low on manifold pressure. Fuel flow, there we go, thank you. Oh, those look great. Those are great numbers.
Henderson Tower, 72 Lima's, holding short, 35 left at Bravo.
Okay, flaps up, 90.
Skyhawk 3872 Lima, traffic short final, obviously lands the parallel. For you, right downwind departures approved, runway 35 left, intersection Bravo, cleared for takeoff.
That'll do it.
35 left, cleared for takeoff at intersection Bravo, and I'll be a right departure.
Go straight ahead here.
Diamond Star 877 Uniform Sierra, your squawk code 4605, and Las Vegas departure frequency 125.9er.
Okay, we want 3,500 pattern altitude here.
Right, and we're looking for caps available.
Caps available was 20,3200 right about now.
Uniform Sierra.
Number 877 Uniform Sierra, roger.
There's our little lady. Okay, I'm going to start turning over here. Get rid of that flight director now.
Thank you. And for those of you wondering, Steve and I did do a CAPS briefing in the ground school while we were planning this flight, so we were very much acquainted.
Cirrus 768 Foxtrot Sierra, you need to turn a little tighter there. You're entering a class Bravo.
Turning tighter, 8 Foxtrot Sierra. Sorry, my first time in the neighborhood.
Premier 390 Juliet Victor, I have your release. Do you have the Skyhawk off the departure end in sight?
Hey, there's 0 Juliet Victor.
Okay, there's
Juliet Victor. He's making a right downwind departure.
So
now,
separation
with that aircraft. Of course, it's momentarily.
Here.
Runway 35 left, cleared for takeoff.
35 left, maintain visual separation with the Cessna 390 Juliet Victor.
Okay, turn him down a little bit.
Archer 55167, hold short, runway 35 left.
Okay, there's our 40%.
Short, runway 35 left, Archer 167.
Speed's dropping.
Skyhawk 387 Lima, I see you in a right turn there. Contact departure, have a safe flight.
72 Lima, I'll be going to departure. Thank you for your help.
Okay, there's our 3,500. There's 40%.
Oh, looking good, Steve. So we're looking at about 15.5 inches of manifold pressure. It's pretty much the magic number.
So I'm going to take us down between straight and final here. Okay, so we want 2,500 is the number on the ground here, so I'm going to start. There's 100.
And tower 8 Foxtrot Sierra is going to be full stop taxi backs.
Cirrus 768 Papa Sierra, roger.
Nice.
Caution wake turbulence, Premier Jet departure roll, runway 35 left, cleared to land.
35 left, cleared land, 8 Foxtrot Sierra. Okay, so now I've reduced power just a little bit because I want to drop a little bit of altitude here, right?
Cirrus 768 Foxtrot Sierra, did you copy?
I copied 35 left, cleared land, 8 Foxtrot Sierra.
Archer 55167, cross runway 35 left.
Road here, give me a little room
to
here.
the ramp. Have a good day.
Archer
Yeah, I'd say start your turn now.
Okay, so I'm going to drop the power back to 30, which I'm at. Going to put in the flaps here. Lean into it.
Premier 390 Juliet Victor, contact Las Vegas departure. Have a safe flight.
Plane come down.
Departure 0 Juliet Victor. Thanks. Have a great day. Henderson Tower, Remo 72 Golf X-ray at row 5, ready for takeoff with southwest departure with information Sierra.
Remo 72 Golf X-ray, Henderson ground, runway 35 left, taxi via Delta Alpha.
Okay, 35 left.
Taxi via Delta Alpha. Remo 72 Golf X-ray.
Yeah, let's put it
Remo 72 Golf X-ray, rudder. Someone else was calling, it was garbled, say again.
2 reds, 2 whites, we're looking good.
Looking great, Steve. And now as we roll out on final, just start walking that
Power back on
power back and that needle up to 3 o'clock.
Henderson or Remo 72 Golf X-ray.
Remo 72 Golf X-ray, roger, I copied that, sir. It sounded like someone else was trying to key up over you. That's why I was asking if there was someone else there.
Sorry
just
about
keep
that,
walking
sir.
it up, be a little bit more aggressive, get that needle up to 3 o'clock. And then you know for sure what to do with your power. Perfect. Now you got 3 whites, I see. Yeah, get that needle up, get that needle up. We guessed 77. And we're coming up just below 80 here, perfect. Looking good. At this point, we are looking out the window. Runway is assured.
I'm just taking that power back, keep my eyes down the runway here.
Wonderful.
That's as good as I got, Chuck.
That wasn't bad. That wasn't too bad. Yeah, I want to do one more. All right, so that was great. You did a great job. We leveled at 100 knots. And then let's just add a beam or touchdown. I'm going to reduce my power here to 40% or whatever, 30% and put in 50% flaps.
All right.
All right, there goes his right turn.
Okay, let's go. Look at get that right rudder in there, sports fan. Power's all the way in.
All right, and we're not going into that blue line. Numbers look good. Beautiful.
Diamond Star 877 Uniform Sierra, contact Las Vegas departure. Have a safe flight.
Contact Las Vegas departure. Thank you, sir. 877 US.
So once we get past this freeway, you want me into that turn?
Yeah, well, claps available at 3100 and we'll be turning right about there. Okay, here we are. Here's our blue line. If we have to turn early, we will. I don't want this guy getting nervous.
Yeah, neither do I. I'm going to start turning.
I'd say now's a good time to start turning. And let's keep...
So we were just going into it on the north. On this side, we were fine, it looks like.
Right, no, there's no problem. Yeah, there's no problem.
Okay, so I'll go a little wider here. Start pulling back a little bit of power right here.
Henderson Tower, Cherokee 81894 to the southwest, 4,300, climb to 4,500.
This way here.
10 miles of information, Tango, full stop.
Yeah, I'm glad you handle the radios there, Chuck.
Right, well, I'll announce midfield, don't worry.
3,500.
Okay, power's back to what power?
I'm sorry, I missed that call.
Yes, Cherokee 81894, about 9 out to the southwest, 4,500 with information, Tango, full stop.
Departure 81894, Henderson Tower. Click straight in for runway 35 left and report a 3-mile final.
Go back.
Straight in for 35 left, report a 3-mile final, I believe, Cherokee 894.
Okay, now you want me back to 40.
Sierra is midfield.
November 8 Foxtrot Sierra, runway 35 left, cleared to land.
Clear to land, 35 west, 8 Fox Sierra.
Okay, there. Let's get her a little bit, square it up a little bit here. So there's 3,500.
There's our 100 knots.
There's our 100 knots.
Alrighty, perfectly. And now we're going to just start letting the airplane descend at 100 knots.
Henderson Tower, Remo 72 Golf X-ray, ready for takeoff at 35 left at Alpha.
Yeah, let's go back to 30% now.
Remo 72 Golf X-ray traffic, Cirrus, turning about 1.5 miles base, left downwind departure approved, runway 35 left, cleared for takeoff.
Let her descend and let's start that base turn.
35 left, clear for takeoff.
Put my flaps in here.
72 Golf X-ray.
Cirrus 768 Papa Sierra, light sport rounding the corner, departure roll.
Kind of inside 8 Foxtrot here.
That was for us.
No. 0 Foxtrots here. This guy keeps wanting to...
He's using the wrong tail number, isn't he? Okay, anyway, we're going to concentrate on what we're doing here. We're looking at 90 knots on our base. Okay.
Right on it.
Looking good.
Altitude.
If I could get off the ground.
Our guy's rolling, no problem. Perfect 90 knots, doing an excellent job, Steve. Here we go now, as you start rolling out on final.
Starting to trim it up a little bit.
Beautiful, walk that needle to 3 o'clock and set your power.
$500.
As you walk that needle back up to 3 o'clock, probably find out we're a couple of, we got 4 reds, there we go. 1 white, beautiful. There's 77 knots and 3 o'clock, just as we predicted.
Guys down the runway, slowly pick it up.
Right, at no time during the landing flare are we ever looking at the angle of attack indicator. Beautiful.
How'd I do, Chuck?
Another good one. Another good one. One of the things we like to do on the final, on the downwinds, on this whole pattern, is try to get people to achieve the book numbers just as quickly as possible. Get some airflow over that rudder, about 30% power. My heels are on the ground. My eyes are out the window. I'm bringing the power all the way up to the stop. Numbers are looking good. Plenty of fuel flow. Get back on the center line. Here comes our rotation speed. Up, up and away.
Beautiful flying machine.
There we go. It's a beautiful flying machine. Adjusting that manifold pressure just a tad. Beautiful. Flaps are coming up. We're right at our VY, about 96. Let's come here. There we go. 103. Beautiful. Passing 2800. Plenty of room. Yaw damper is on. There we go. Coming up on 3,000 feet. Start that left turn.
We're not getting that 600 call out.
Hey, yeah, I just heard it.
Oh, you did?
Apps is available.
Okay.
All right, our pattern altitude is going to be 3,500 today, 3,400. I'm going to start bringing that power all the way back. %.
All right, so you got to 40 earlier. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm at about 100, between 100 and 110, which I like. Where's my airport? There it is. So we're trimmed up pretty much on speed here.
All right, I see what you mean now. There should have been 40 coming out of the box there.
Yep.
That was too hot, and I was doing a $120 here.
Yep. And Tower 8 Fox Sierra is midfield.
Cirrus 768 Foxtrot Sierra, runway 35 left, cleared to land.
Clear to land, 35 left. I believe this will be the last one.
Roger that.
All right, so coming up and being my touchdown zone there at the 1,000-foot markers, my power is going to come back here to about 30%, and I'm going to bring in some flaps, and I'm going to let the airplane kind of push into it. But I'm going to try and maintain 100 knots as we start losing altitude here.
Got it right on a Hyundai.
Yeah.
You done?
Not often. I'm a little bit rusty right now. Making excuses, as always.
Oh, got it.
Altitude.
All right. There's our airport. Let's going to start that base turn. Bring those flaps in.
Get out of your way so you can see here.
Yeah, and we'll try and maintain 90 knots here.
Got 90. That's what a pro does, folks. They come in tight, like us rookies.
Yeah, I'm probably going to have like 4 reds or something. But there's pretty much my 90 knots. I'm going to put set my pressure, my power right about where I want it. There's my 500-foot call out. I start this turn. And I'm slowly walking that needle up to 3 o'clock. We got 3 whites. I'm a little bit high, so I'll take some power off, but keep that needle pretty much at 3 o'clock.
Yeah, I see what you did there. You got the needle at the 3 early.
Right, and notice the airspeed is right on what we calculated it would be. I'll take off a little bit more power.
Okay.
Alrighty. Keeping that needle at 3. Here comes the first red light.
You're coming in a lot steeper,
but
good speed.
A little bit steeper. That's kind of a trademark of mine. Looking out at the end of the runway. Slowly bringing that power off.
Letting it run out of air.
And just holding it off, and there's the landing.
Are we on the ground yet, Chuck?
And the nose wheel comes down all by itself, and now I can add a little bit of brake.
Pull over and let me out. I'm gonna have to sell my Cirrus now. Feel like a rookie.
And there we have it.
Okay, there you have it. Angle of attack with my friend Chuck Cali. I'll say this. I thought I was doing pretty good until I got a chance to watch a real old pro at work. Clearly, I've got a lot to learn. While those landings might have looked similar at the end, there was a lot of stuff between the beginning and the end that I need to work on. So I'm going to head back to Santa Monica Airport when I get home and get it right. And I'm going to come back and show it to you when I'm done. And perhaps I can get my friend Chuck Cali to join us on a live broadcast where you can ask him some questions about angle of attack. If you enjoyed today's video, I hope you'll click that thumbs up button. If you want to see more videos like this, click the subscribe button. My name is Steve Rennie. I am the Ren Baron, and this is my Ren Baron Learning to Fly YouTube channel. Thanks for joining me again.